Let's welcome our host Sir Alberto Abira aka Tata Bert.
Go ahead.
Where is your intro?
Tapos na tang. Sige, go ahead.
Tapos na?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, magandang gabi, magandang umaga sa Pilipinas at nandito na naman tayo. Good evening everyone. We are here again to express our concern to the community in the economic situation, especially the current situation now all over the world. This is one step and every move of what God's needed for us to awaken us because time flows and we are very much preoccupied with all material things in our life. This is the best thing that God to give us a break of concerns of those material needed in every life. But sometimes when we are doing well, we are forgetting something more important, which is about ourselves, our concern in our life, and we even forget to thank that we are existing healthy and alive every morning. Because the very first thing, if you are a good person, the very first thing you do is thanking. It's a new day in thanking God that you are alive again and hoping that every day could be the same as what you are being healthy today. And who knows about tomorrow? But all these things are just a part of our given power by God that God have give you life. It's up for you. You have everything in this earth. It's up for you to develop and discover the thing that will be needed for your improvement in your life. So don't expect too much about what God should give you. Everything is already in your surroundings. The capacity and the intelligence is already in yourself. Discover, use it because, like for example, if you are gifted as a scientist and you are just reluctant to use it, you know you have the power, and if you will do it, you know you can do it, but you are reluctant because you are relying somebody will do it for you. I think God will be you will be answering for the creator that he gave you that ability and power to serve the humanity because serving the humanity as a whole, you are serving God. So when it comes to details of our life, little things is very important because all things, great, great or small, are created with a purpose. You may be thinking that why is he here or why when these things is around. So let's go back that all things are created with a purpose. So why there are snakes? Why there are some fire? Why there's some flood? Why there is famine? Why I am so abundant? Because there is a purpose for it. The good example is this pandemic worldwide. People is already destroying the earth that we are living. Our surroundings, our natures, the global warming, no matter how we are crying for it, but still the people still wants to destroy the earth. Like for example, a game of the war game exercise when bombing the oceans left and right during the exercise. Do you know how much destruction are being made? One example also in the Philippines, like the mining. Is dangerous. So many people have already complained for that, but it's always overshadowed by the connection to the government by giving the permit. And who is benefiting this? Only the few, but the destruction is worldwide. The warming, earth warming, really, everybody knows, but we never stop it. The testing of atomic. The earth is not producing enough vegetables or greeneries like in the Philippines. Flooding, everybody knows that it will be create floods and disaster to the climate. Uh, the recent flooding is that of the opening of the dam. Water irrigation is needed to preserve when it is when in summertime, but you have the intelligent enough that have given you. But why can we not produce these things? Why we cannot create and maintain these things wisely? Let's be creative. We use too much energy and other material things, but the purpose of preservation we forget it. We are producing arms, trip to the space, trip to the Mars. The rich people are doing that. They cannot be contented that for a human being, they are destined here on Earth. Space is for are prepared for all the people living on the space. But we human beings are supposed to take care of our own planet and enjoy what God has given us. With this creation, we human being has to look for the secrecy and sanctity and the purpose of preservation and accepting what God has given us, and it's up to us to improve, to enjoy, and develop for progress. Progress not for destruction, because some other intelligent people, when they are conqueror, that means con- congressional limitation to the rest of the other humanity. But maybe the subject of uh, international intelligence, nobody, but maybe somebody would suggest that uh, we are not, it is not our responsibility for that. Let the scientists and rich people who are in the power of invention do the thinking for this. Let's go back to our own common needs. We are just a simple person. Let's talk about simplicity, the real what happenings in our surroundings in the community. Sorry. Why should we be worrying so much about the future? Because future will take itself. So I have the names here flashing, listening. I hope uh, they have patience enough to listen like La Esperancia Beatriz, magandang gabi po, Tata Bert. Diana Rose Gabiana, magandang gabi po. Ernesto Mabalot, good evening. So Malo Baby, good evening. Thank you for your patience. Maybe just like anybody else who has nothing to do, so you have to be patient enough, or you could be enjoying by laughing what are my mistakes and my stammering message. So, but that's how I am. I am not a good speaker. Maybe even the subject is boring, but I was given this time, so I might use it. I hope they will get bored and replace me sooner than I should be expecting. But for the meantime, that I am giving this slots, I have to use it. Maybe when I get tired, because like senior like me, because I'm young, you know how old people they sleep early. But after at this 9 o'clock is my bedtime already, and but I wake up early too. So I hope this producer will think twice again for maintaining me. But still, while I have this opportunity, I will enjoy it, and I will be still talking like nonsense. But they still maintain that. I would like to get to another subject, or maybe because the subject of the show is no, not ngayon. So noon, and because I arrived here in Montreal in 1971, everything was very simple, quiet. Of course, because I arrived here without experience yet and the field that I wanted to. So my salary was $75 a week. And what, of course, everything was very cheap. If I could go to grocery for $20, that is good already enough for my whole week supply. I have the beer, I have the rice, I have all these groceries I need, which is quite comfortable already. And one thing funny at that time, uh, any money remittance we forwarded to the Philippines is tax deductible. It's so I said every time I send, I admit that I don't have that much money, but I claim so much deduction because I reproduce so much receipts to so I was being refunded sometimes with those money remittance sent to the Philippines. Because how much could I send this? Maybe $100 is big already. So at that time, the Canadian dollar is equivalent to 121 US dollars. So that means the Canadian is dollars little bit higher, 25 cents, $40. So at that time, it was really comfortable. And especially immigration was very relaxed. When I was because I arrived here as a a green card holder, being an immigrant in the US. So I just moved here for curiosity that I would like to see the Niagara Falls because that's what we know in the Philippines. Niagara Falls is the tourist spots to for everybody, especially the newcomers like us in the Philippines. And knowing that we just crossed the border, I took the plane. I don't need the visa. There was no immigration. So, but since no money, I recently ran out, so I work because anywhere here, if you are new in US looking for a job, no question asked, you'll be hired. Of course, especially like me that no specialty yet. My specialty is printing press because I work long time in the printing press. So when I arrived in Montreal, I I could work anytime, anywhere. So that's how I started my life. And renting an apartment, I spend a uh, 2.5 bedroom I have. I'm paying for $75 a month. So so that's including heating and everything that's already paid for us. So I could not say anything about it, but I could always say the, the good life. Of course, if you are choosy and picky, you could always complain, but that makes just make a depressed of yourself if you start complaining because it's you who make your life. So whom are you going to complain? But to yourself. So why complain to yourself? Keep it to yourself and struggle if you have to have struggle. And that is a good thing. You have to admit to yourself this is good for you that you are given a chance to work good for yourself. Because without problems, I think man is dead. Problems are given to you because you can handle it. It's up to you how to handle your problems, but God knows you can. So we have to be thankful as we are doing that every morning. Thank God I'm alive again and asking God, how could I serve you better? How could I serve you on your own way? So life has to go on. So after up to 60 years already here in Canada. So what's new? Okay. Should I count what I don't have? I could only count that what I have because if I will say I don't have uh, the big house, I don't have the luxury car. See what is the difference? These people are just like me, even though they have everything, but they don't have that much. What I have a good health, and that is the very thing to be thankful because it, I am contented and I don't have complaint. I owe nobody in person, but yes, I owe only to the bank because that is what bank for. Because if you don't owe anything from the bank, you are not existing. So I am one of those struggling sometimes with my credit, but that is part of me, in part of my life. Maybe yours also, but maybe different because you can afford. For me, I may not have that luxury, but I am. happy and contented. So, what shall we be talking? The very first thing is that we have to be thankful. And while we are here in Canada, which is very, very generous to us, especially Filipinos, because we are known for our industry and faithful to the job we have. So the first immigrants of the Filipinos here planted a good reputation and name for the coming new immigrants all over the world. So, like the seafarers and the caregivers, they are always in demand. At first, in early 70s, Filipinos here in Montreal, you are either doctors or nurses, or maybe sometimes teachers, and that's it. That is our product for export, and the world welcome us, and that is why the 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 influx of this labor, our main export, and the government and the economy boast from this group of overseas workers. The UFW, we are always proud of, because it's not because of what we are doing, but we have contributed the boost the economy of our country. If managed wisely, according to some, we are the biggest boost economy in Asia. But who would manage good? We don't know, but it's up for us. We have to be patient. We have to contribute. We have to be vigilant, and at the same time, we have to do it diligently and support the government and what projects they have. Though maybe have their shortcomings, as we say sometimes, because they are politicians, and of course, only the opposition could see what is not and what is good and what is not. But we are just a common citizen, so we are just a bystander and a loyal contributor to our economy. Going back to this COVID pandemic, it is the best idea for an individual to meditate why God has to do this. As I said before, all things are made with a purpose. This is a wake up call that we have to meditate and contemplate why is being done, why God allowed these things to happen. This is not what God wants, but it is we, the human, trying to destroy our self. We we have a good virgin green global earth to live on peacefully, but because of the atomic testing, that defeats the purpose of a good green earth that we live in. Um, Moderator, you could come in any time if you want, if I'm getting, I bored you. But especially, I would like to greet uh, my mga apos in the Philippines because that's what I living for and share the blessings that I got. I have my family in Guam also, and I would like to share these blessings of opportunity expressing the needs of our kababayan. Share what we have. Like for example, I see at home that lots of old clothes. Why didn't you give it away? Because like here in also in Montreal, I'm sure winter is coming. We have at least each and every one believes that they have winter coat is five or six, and they are only using one. But they just cannot just throw away that because of sentimental value. Anybody here, at least they have six or or maybe four, but they don't throw it away because of sentimental value. But we have to accept it. We have to recycle it. Like some nationalities, they have to vacuum their closet to give them a breather. Uh, if there are some processes which are very rare already here because of this common sanitations in every building. So we have to vacuum that, give it. We could share that to these people. We could share it at home, but of course it costs because if it costs you 180 per box, what is the content of the box? The old clothes? When there are in the Philippines, very cheap. Your $5, $10, you have it ice already. But what to do with it? So I would suggest that okay, for your donation, put it in a box and send it all over. Of course, we have bad experience that we have sent and didn't reach its destination. But what are we to do? Because there are some people who are taking advantage of what we are sending, and of course, this and reach its purpose. Here in community, I have said, I've been, I've been a practice and I've been active in the community for almost all my life here since 1970. When in 1975, when I first joined the community, the Filipino Association, I made already the suggestion with the help of our executive board headed by Rosales, Dominado Rosales, and my best friend Jake Magigad. We made a suggestion that there is a need of Philippine Community Center in order for us to focus our activities here. And immediately, because at that time, there is already three active associations like the Ilocano and the West Island. When they learned that I published in our Philippine Gazette at that time, they called our community paper. So I wrote an editorial that there is a need of a community center to start with. So the two other associations would have the same project, but only PAMAS has reached to its goal, and we have that center. Of course, it started fundraising because before 1976, uh, there's already FAMAS association, and activities was only for social, like they have only two events in the year. We have the Independence Party and Christmas Party. All life was very easy and simple and progressive because everybody is a professional like doctors and nurses and teachers. So, but at the time, the objective of this immigrants, like me, for example, I have to admit that I don't intend to stay here. I just want for curiosity because uh, I am a U.S. Green holder, and when I moved to Canada, I was initially admit. So I was thinking that maybe I could stay here for a year or two, and I'm going back because life in the Philippines at that time was very easy too, very good and comfortable because at that time the money changing, this is 2 to 1, $1 and 2 pesos for the Philippine money. It's very good. I remember when I was working in the Manila Chronicle that when I have a beer, I could at least what 3 pesos for 3 pesos, 1 peso for 3 beer. So, but of course, at that time, I started with $4, 4 pesos a day. So, my whole week is 24 pesos. So, after payment a week of 24 pesos, I could have a good grocery. I could even buy my shirt, and I have a good weekend drinking spree with my buddies. But those were the days. Time changed. Money now. Well, when I go to grocery in Manila or in Iloilo for a day or 2 days consumption, food consumption, at least I have to spend 2,000 to 2,000 to 4,000 pesos. So how much is that? Almost already $100, but that's how it is. Economy is so depressing. But those were the days. But now, here in Canada, life is more merrier. Our our community is always alive when it comes to social. And even regional associations, they have a lavish preparation when it comes to anniversaries or foundation days of every association. Come Independence Day, Philippine Independence celebration in June, from the month of June is a very making month. That's why Canada has given uh, the Filipinos the whole month, Heritage Month for Filipinos here in Montreal. Actually, it was declared Canada-wide Philippine Heritage Month every year. So That's what we have to be thankful, because we are truly recognized as one of the respected and uh, best contributor for economy and progress nationwide of Canada. We maybe have the third largest ethnic group here already in Canada. Like in Montreal, as what some politicians said to us, Filipinos could make or break any candidates here in Montreal if they could get united. But Filipinos are independent voters, because no Filipino community leaders would say, these are my people, because Filipinos are independent. They cannot just say, just because my leader says so. But there are some group who are just following that, but still majority are independent and positive thinking of their choice when it comes to candidate. As what have some politicians are saying, like Montreal, ethnic communities should be represented in the council. And I don't know when could we produce, we Filipinos community in Montreal, could produce our own banner to represent us as Filipinos. Of course, all these elected officials are working for not for a single ethnic, but for the community, for the city, for the benefits of the whole Canada at large. But they want us Filipinos that coming from a community of Filipinos are elected in the council. Of course, some cities have that, but not here in Montreal so far. So when could we have this? When could we put up a candidate to support? Because yes, we know that all these candidates are represented or will be working for the whole of the citizens of the city. But the city is asking particularly why Filipinos cannot uh, win a seat in the council. Because maybe we are not serious. Because maybe we are already satisfied that this other nationality representing the whole city at large. Maybe we should ponder on this. Why can we not get together? Maybe this Radio Pinoy could make some any suggestion or drum up now and then that we have to support or build up, that somebody will be representing us in the city, that we could be proud of also. Because in other countries where there are no immigrants, they will not be treated, because of course when you are other ethnic origins, you will be working first to your own people. So, but we Filipinos, we don't look at that way. So I have this flashing board here on my front, who are listening or laughing or just watching. Okay, we have that La Esperanza Venturis, Brad Noipi, Gina Salto, the Yahweh, okay, the HMQ Olaria of the Golden Seas, HMQ Olaria of the Golden Seas, okay, La Esperanza Venturis. Thank you guys for sharing and watching. Maybe you are get bored or you want to have a good laugh. listening to my stammering expression. But I'm not professional like anybody else. I feel her here. Maybe with your support, maybe who knows, I could be fluent as anybody else also if I will be staying for a while, talking nonsense, but at least you will be amused. Because I have some old friends I miss already, because they are also young like me, like Jake Bagigad, Robert Gospan, and so on and so forth. These are the pioneers that really work for the communities. Because I was the first president of the PBAM, Basketball of Montreal in suburb, but I am just a president in name, but these are the people who really runs the community. Because at that time, Montreal is always the best host and North American Basketball Association of Manila. So I think they are flashing here. I have read this already. Miss Diana Rose Gabiana, good evening. Um, what else? Who else is Malo Bailey? Love you, Tata Bert, Gina Salto. Okay. Who else? So Gina Salto, Esperanza Ventura, Brad Noipi, Esperanza Ventura, Vientres. Tatabet, sa panahon mo, marami na rin po bang refugee na pumasok dito sa Canada? Of course! On my time in early 70s, actually, sa pier pa lang sila, tinatawagan na ako. Because pag daong ng, when the boat dunk and the pier in in Montreal port, there is no immigration there. There's no gate there. So they get off the ship and bringing me the San Miguel beer, and then they call me, and then sometimes I pitch them up, but they rode the taxi and come to my apartment. And then after 2 days, when the boat go allowed to leave, some go with it and enjoy the camaraderie. In fact, sometimes I have a party on the ship. Okay, Joki Tapia is flashing. Thank you, Joki. Welcome to the speech. I was expecting you to have to be a guest here. So maybe next time I will schedule you. Just if you want to have a short speech of your activities, okay, not the casino event for now because it's closed, but maybe you don't have to be gathering like this setup that you could be talking, you could express yourself anytime you want here. So I will schedule you, Joki. So maybe tomorrow, if you want, just give me a call and we can sit up with the moderator, Jonathan, to set up your cell phone or computer so we could be exchanging your ideas. Watching you, Sir Bert. Thank you, Jogi. What I said, like your husband was the president of the time with Seferus, Joki was just the person behind supporting her husband, her husband, Vincent. Okay, what is this flashing now? Time for me to go or what? Okay, it's 9:45. Do I have another 15 minutes or something else has to happen? I could be talking about the farmers mostly and the Knights of Rizal, but they have their own activities, and I don't want to express a wrong event, and but as an organization, the most respected organization is the Knights of Rizal. So far, there is no scandal, and everybody support and respect the objectives of the Rizalian. Rizal was very strict when it comes to the Filipinos' interest. He died for it, supporting and keeping the name, the good name of the Filipinos. He shared his life for recognizing what is being proud being a Filipino. So, to have this feeling, you got to be nice. But our commanders should respect this intensely because as of now, rampant promotion, we are losing the quality of being in Knights. We have to review this, and if we need some resource person, we have to do it because raising money is not the objective of Rise of Rizal, but developing the personality, the real knights, because as what they call it, tunay ka ba talagang maginoo? Maginoo, respectable as knights. That has to be pondered. So, commanders, I hope you're listening to me. If we have to need a resource person, we don't have just to focus fundraising or drinking. We have to talk about the values and the importance of being a knight, because as what they always say, you don't respect a man because of his clothes. You respect the man because he is a good, right man. He is a magino, he is a gentleman, he is a respectable man. He is Knights of Rizal. And so likewise in farmers. People are wondering why when when they have tested to be an officer, okay, I have the signal to pause. Okay. Thank you very much. I have to say, if you like this program, please support me. Subscribe, click to the bell button para ma-remind kayo pag online na ako. Share naman para sa mga kaibigan nyo, sa kamag-anak, sa grupo, para masuportahan natin ang palabas na ito, hindi lang sa akin kundi sa radyo nitong organization.